Hello and finally welcome to another Warhammer video. The purpose of this video is to give a short introduction into the tournament I played a few weeks ago, and I want to give you some insight with 4 battle reports that are coming up shortly after this video, I hope. And at the same time you will see pictures of my painted High Elf models, which I took a few months ago, so this is not the actual state of things. But yeah, I just wanted to show you some close-ups of the models. The tournament was organized by the Hauptstadt Legionäre, which is a local gaming club here in Berlin, and it was my first 8th edition tournament, and it was, I think, one of the first 8th edition tournaments that took place in Berlin. The others all got cancelled and stuff like this, so I was very happy to be there. It was a really nice tournament, although we only were 10 players, but they really organized it all well, and there were lots of friendly and nice and polite people there, so it was a good atmosphere, and we had a lot of fun, I think, altogether. At least I had a lot of fun. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, the models you see in the background are, with the exception of the Phoenix Guard, the Phoenix, and all the characters, are just primed and then given a base, no, not a base coat, just a coat in the colors you can see, and on top of that there is only Devil and Mud. So I decided to do it this way because when I started painting my house finally after a long break from the hobby, I just wanted to develop some painting skills, and I don't know if you feel the same, but when you start painting, it's just like you could not hold a brush properly, and everything just tends to get messed up and stuff like this. And so I learned about the Devil and Mud thing, and then I tried it out, and I was pleased with the result as a tabletop standard. And now, as I'm nearly finished with all the things, and I'm painting some other models for hordes at the moment, I decided I will maybe give them some highlights here and there, or some runes, some nicer gems or whatever. And I think that's a good way, or for me it's a good way to get into the painting thing. But now let's talk about the tournament and the list I took. I threw the list together at the very last moment because I wasn't sure if I really should go to the tournament or not, as it sometimes is. When I realized that I have only 1 day left to actually do the army list and give it to the organizers, I just threw it together before work, and so it was. I just thought about some things I wanted to have in the list because A, I think, or I thought they might be good, and B, I just like to have the models in there. And a very special thing I have, and I don't know, I have a very special thing going on with the Phoenix Guard. I just like it, I just want to play them, and yeah, so that's why they're in, and I like having a prince with a 2-hand weapon. And so, yeah, regarding all this, you can imagine the list wasn't the best. I will talk you through it, and during the reports I will tell you what things I will change in the future. Some are obvious. Had I had more time, maybe I would have changed them. Maybe not, because I wasn't too experienced with 8th edition when I when I went to the tournament. So, but to make a long story short, here is the list. I had a prince who was my general with a 200 weapon, the potion of speed, don't ask me why, and the armor of Caledor. That's it. Then level 4 mage with the Fularius robe, I think it's called in English, and the silver stuff, and he used white magic. This was because I didn't like, or yeah, let's say I didn't like the new laws because I thought they were way too powerful. After having played a few more games, I realized, okay, they are not that powerful because most of the time the spells wouldn't go off, and even if they go off, it's not that big of a deal as it seems to be if you just read the spells. So okay, so he took white magic for that reason. The other thing is you could spam white magic spells really good. Uh, then I had Battle Standard Bearer with the banner of the World Dragon, a dragon armor, and just a shield. Yeah, this was because I wanted the same reason I wanted to protect me from the magic I feared from the big spells, and I figured the banner of the World Dragon is the only one that really protects you from the big spells that allow no saves of any kind. Yeah, after having played the tournament, I don't think it's worth it. Maybe if you have a really big unit of Dragon Princes or whatever, really expensive big horde of, let's say, White Lions or whatever, maybe then it's worth it, but I don't think so. Good, but back to the list. That was my heroes. I only had one hero because the point limitation was 2,200 points, which is not enough, I think, in 8th edition. I think at least you should play 2,200 points in the tournament. But yeah, we will see how that comes. Core units, I had 30 spearmen with full command, 20 bowmen with full command, and the banner of Eternal Flame. Then I had in the special section 15 White Lions with full command, and I don't know what this is called in English. Like, it's the item where you get a 6+ ward save against war machines, and the banner of Swiftness. And then I had 11 Phoenix Guard with full command and the banner of Sorcery, 5 Dragon Princes with Musician and Standard Bearer, and the banner of Illyrian. Then I had the 2 repeatable throwers and an eagle. So this is exactly 2,200 points. The first mistake I realized after the first game I made was, or after seeing the other lists, was that I have like 5 standards with my units plus the BSB, which is a lot of points your opponent can get extra wise. And especially as we didn't play the scenarios from the basic rulebook, there was no need to use so many standards. The rules for the tournament were a bit, or the setup for the tournament was a bit changed from the basic rulebook, as I mentioned. The scenario we played was always like the battle line, I think it's called, and so you have a 12-inch deployment zone all across the table, and no fancy stuff there. We didn't roll for the terrain pieces, they were set up. The only thing we rolled for were the woods, so you enter woods just like the normal Warhammer rules, and the other terrain pieces were given. So you got a certain table, and then there were small pieces of paper below the terrain pieces, and everyone could look up what was that. Yeah, and I think that's it. I hope you could follow my rambling, and I hope to bring you the first battle report very soon. And I hope to see you then. Goodbye.